I think any divorce is a battlefield. It's ultimately about a struggle for power and trying to get back at someone who'd hurt you. And for me, the work that I had done in Quest gave both myself and my ex-husband the opportunity to move away from all of that, to actually separate our new relationship from our old relationship and everything that had happened in that past space. So we could actually speak to each other without bringing all that old hurt and all the emotions and all the terrible things that had happened into this new space that we occupied. A new space where we had a son together and where we had to find a way of creating a place for him to be safe, for him to grow up understanding that the world is not a terrible place, it is not a war zone, that people can actually have real workable relationship with each other, even though they may not necessarily like each other at that point. And so the amazing thing for me was that we were able to find ways of talking to each other that were no longer hurtful, that we could find ways where we wouldn't take something the other person had said as a personal affront, where we could find win-win scenarios where both of us, where in fact all three of us, could have an opportunity to be heard, to have a voice, and to be taken seriously, and to have our needs met. And that is such a powerful thing. It really opened communications for us to the extent where even now we can phone each other up and have a quick conversation, and we may not be living in each other's pockets, but there's a real sense of respect in the fact that we've come through all these terrible, awful events and have gone through love and hate and revenge and all these very powerful emotions, but ended up in a space where we can look at each other and go, we still have an amazing thing in common, and that is our son. And Jason is growing up into a beautiful young man that has a real sense of accountability and responsibility and an understanding, I think, of what relationships can be like and how amazing they can be, rather than a sense of how destructive they can be and how dangerous they could be if people allow them to. So there is no doubt in my mind that the only reason I have a workable, open, clear communication with my ex-husband is because of the work that we had done together. And in fact, we found it so powerful that his new partner went on to do this work, my new partner went on to do this work, and I think it's an extraordinary thing that we can all be in the same space and laugh and joke together and just be comfortable with each other, knowing that we are very clear on what our relationships are and what we have in each other and what we can and don't have to be for each other.